introduce, to do that introduction, Yoon Chin.
Peter, it is with great pleasure to be here with you tonight and to present a very special award to a very deserving recipient. He has been with us for almost 47 years, and he has dedicated so much time and passion to the school that we can go no further without calling him one of our own. Dean Baker has been here with us, with students, with faculty, with alumni for 47 years. And for those past 47 years, his motto has been, no gym, no courts, no fields, no horses, no excuses. And without excuses, he has established numerous championship teams, and he has enriched the lives of so many Cooper Union students. And I know for many of you, it's not, where would you be without Cooper Union? It's, where would you be without Dean Baker? Award to Dean Stephen P. Baker.
Well, as you know, Dean Baker always likes to make sure that he's coaching us and giving us sort of extra things that we should be doing. So he gave me this mission to introduce him in 30 seconds or less. I thought, what do you say about a person who's had the worst job since Zeus gave Sisyphus the rock? I mean, right? You remember the story, push the rock up, and Zeus kept pushing the rock back down. I mean, here's a person running a major athletic program without anything, no pool, et cetera, et cetera. And then I thought, really the problem was not with the rock, but with Sisyphus. Because if you think about it, if Dean Baker had been given that rock, right, what would have happened next? Get the chisel out, chisel the rock into discus, get the discus team going, throw the rock to the top of the mountain with the team, right? Sisyphus just needed a little of Dean Baker's creative exuberance. So, what can we say about my colleague of more than 20 years? It's just an awesome experience to work with every day. We love him. I think he is the essence of Cooper Union. We are so lucky to have him.
Professor Wolf, now Dean Wolf, just gave me a signal with the 3.
I got 3 hours.
I didn't know how to interpret that. The reason they invited me to speak last. One, they knew I could never match what was said before me. How about the great recipients, previous recipients, and those students that made that presentation? The second reason they asked me to be last is because they couldn't figure out what was happening with the value of your diploma. It only took you 4 or 5 years to get there, to be an alumnus. It's taken me 47. Now, when I come back, or when I see alumni, they ask me what is the condition of the school, how are the students, and I always tell them it's a work in progress. Now, my grandfather was a contractor. He built all the clay tennis courts in the city of New York, built athletic fields. And I remember as a kid, he turned around to me and said, "Stephen, New York is a great place, but they'll never finish it." I feel the same way about Cooper Union. It's a great, great place. I'm sorry?
Where are your speeches?
My speeches will never end. Now, I also tell them, recently, that what's happened is we have some remarkable people helping our students. And some of them are in the audience, and some of them have done a remarkable job, and I think we should give our faculty and staff members a great round of applause. I know that Alan Wolf, as the interim dean, has put together and had the engineering school and the students work in harmony. There's a tremendous rhythm in that school right now that I have never seen in the 47 years I'm here at Cooper Union. So I think we should give Alan a nice round of applause. I want to have one of our outstanding students, Dominic, please say something.
I'll keep it short for Dean so he can give you a little more. Dean's a tremendous guy. I transferred into Cooper Union from Lehigh, and it was a tremendous opportunity that I welcomed with open hands. And when I met Dean and I found out there was a basketball team, I was in shock. And I went out with no expectations whatsoever, but it's been my escape ever since, and it's really fueled me as a student. And without him, the program would be nothing what it is today. I have friends in Division I schools, and I tell them that I take a trip down south once a year, and we go up to Canada, and we go up to Rhode Island, we stay in this really nice hotel, and they're in shock. And we operate with a budget that is maybe 1/100th of what they have. So that just says everything to Dean and who he is, and he teaches us so many life skills. People in the crowd today know that he really teaches you how to be a person. You know, he teaches you no excuses, and he won't take no for an answer from anybody. And I think that's the motto that he lives by. And I'm honored to even be on the same stage as him tonight. So thanks, Dean.
get back into it so they can do the physics, they can do the studios and art and architecture. I think that's all part of it. It's not enough just to finish the race. You have to look beyond it and push beyond it. The other thing is, I want to say a couple things about representing you. Every day of my life, for 47 years, I've represented you. You think it's easy? No. I've never had to make an excuse about a Cooper Union person. Every place we go, they're proud to receive us. They're proud to be part of us. Every team we play thinks they can beat us. Come on. We win before we get on the court. We win in life, and this is important. The only difference what I do, I shouldn't say the only difference, but most of the people who deal with Cooper Union students deal with them at room temperature. I have to deal with students at 40 below zero, trying to teach them how to ski up in Canada, or at 95 degrees playing a basketball game down in St. Lawrence. Tough to take. But I deal with people in things that they haven't done before, things that they want to do, things that they aspire to do, things that they're interested in doing, in sharing with a friend, or developing friendships. They take so much pride in what they do. And I'd love to continue to talk. I don't think I've used the word, but I want to say one thing to finish it. And it only can come from a Cooper Union group, that I had a few years ago. We had a little celebration. And the students came up, and they finished by saying that, Dean Baker, you're both warm and cool. Now, that's from young people, young adults. You can't say anything more. And it's so meaningful, and it's just to be so proud of what you guys have done with me, what I've done with you. Thank you.